Buster Creek. Not such a spectacular neck of the woods by most standards. This creek is small, dirty, and muddy in most parts. The area is rugged, wet, logged out, and replanted with reprod clone trees. Why do we come here, you ask? Simple. Because it's off the grid. Buster Creek has a certain vibe about it. A natural peace with a primal surrounding. It calls to you, it lifts you out of the past and future, and opens your eyes to the present. Buster Creek is only about an hour away from Portland, Oregon. You would laugh to describe this place as off-grid, just based on location. They say don't judge a book by its cover. The paved road quickly turns into gravel. Though manageable at higher speeds, the road is only wide enough for one vehicle. This trek soon becomes a slow slog through a hellish rock and pothole-infested path. There are countless spur roads that shoot off the main line, and if that wasn't enough, try to solve the puzzle of navigating the deranged forks in the road. Often you will pass large quarries or piles of earth used as backdrops for the aspiring hunter, or even the trained hunter. And even more often, the road will spit you out onto private land, or a giant clear cut. In any case, go slow and enjoy the lush scenery. We have a spot here. Yes, it's hidden and secluded away from all the main lines. You can call it a path, but this path consists of navigating down a mud-sloped hill, up the other side, filled with giant ferns, chest high, through a dense patch of the forest filled with fallen trees and branches that whip your face from out of nowhere. Lastly, an old logging road, overgrown with golden grass that appears from the dark. It seemingly guides you along, piercing through the trees, away from what was once an overrun jungle. Stay vigilant, for you can't help but feel eyes on you from the tree line on this narrow path.
What is up, YouTube? We made it out here to Buster Creek, hiked about an hour up here, and right now we're getting our fire ready for the nighttime. It's about 4:30. Yeah, we're just gonna chill for a while, make some dinner. Got the dog here.
So taking the time to make a little bit of kindling tinder for our fire later. We also have a bunch of natural stuff we can use, but it's just kind of made it easy for us so we can grab and go as we need to make adjustments with it. We can add some smaller ones or bigger ones, and obviously have the biggest ones down there. But yeah, it always helps to have a nice sharp little hatchet.
How hungry are you?
Pretty freaking hungry.
One main feature of Buster Creek are the many clear cuts that scar the landscape from the logging industry. They make for a unique ecosystem, and one that you can explore more freely than the dense forest. In our particular area, there's a large pile of logs left behind. It's the perfect spot to lounge in the sun and have a beer while watching the land below. Sounds of nature fill the air with a light breeze that fills your soul with peace and relaxation. Brahm will often roam the logs in search of bugs to eat and things to chase below. These are an oasis and home to chipmunks that fight a turf war over the best log to call home. elk that use this empty land as a means of quick travel, an array of bird species, rabbits that pass through for a quick meal, and deer that will bed for the night. Tonight, we're extra hungry. We walked our trail 4 times to grab extra gear and wood, and I an extra 2 because I forgot my keys in the tent.
Fire building with the Flannery boys.
We get the fire going and have a few beers to get ready to eat.
Here than like, I don't know, even exploring the city, especially anymore right now.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to go there. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was fun like going to like Asia and shit and doing that, and I think traveling is fun to go to other places and experience it, but man, like there's so much to be learned from just going outdoors. And it's like right here in your backyard. Shirt or jacket, this will clue the line.
On the menu tonight, backwoods goulash, made from grass-fed beef from a local farmer. The noodles go into the pot to boil, while Brom looks on and hopes to grab a nibble. Next, the beef is put into a pan slowly to get even heat distribution throughout the pan. Oh man, that's gonna be so good. Then, the onions and rosemary are added so they don't burn in the cast iron prior to adding the beef. The rosemary added an unexpected but earthy flavor to the end result. Back to the noodles to add the red sauce. Then, mix them together and you have yourself a warm, hearty meal that doesn't lack flavor and perfect for a cool night of camping. It was delicious.
You'll be good. I'm gonna turn off that fire.
Yeah, that's good. Backwoods goulash.
Backwoods goulash. This is what we're gonna call it. It's morning here at Buster Creek. It's about 8 in the morning, and we're getting the fire going for some breakfast and some coffee. None of us slept that well. Coffee and tea, essential items for the cold morning temperatures. Plus, who doesn't need a little pick-me-up as you stare out at the damp dew and condensation dripping off every surface exposed to air. The only water that I need to be dripping is onto my beans and into my cup. And if that isn't your thing, then how about bacon and eggs cooked with the heat of a cast iron skillet? Cheers. It doesn't break apart very easy.
No.
It's just a fucking heat. It's called lowish heat. Oh, cellular. Let's get some water in here too. You wanna get some water and add in this to me? I'm trying to get it off the side. I need to be able to grab this. Breakfast is served. We got Buster Creek, backwoods, bacon, and bird lumps. Hi. Yummy. Mmm. This is the end of the Buster Creek trip. It's been a nice, relaxing trip. We got some of the best fall weather we could possibly hope for, and a little bit of sprinkles during the night, but it wasn't too bad. We had lots of great meals. The dog had a great time chasing bugs and squirrels. And we will definitely be back out here very soon. So stay tuned, everyone.